you feel like you're in the Millennium Falcon going through warp speed
Yeah,
and
so I
outer
went
space.
faster and faster.
Yeah.
I just hit the hyperspeed.
Well, anyway, welcome back, y'all, to the Mojo Whiskey Bar. I'm John. This is Jamie. We survived one holiday so far in this season.
We made it through.
Only a little bit more to go.
2 more.
Hard to believe, man.
Two more. Yeah.
End of the year is getting here. Christmas is coming fast.
That's hard to believe. I still got a lot of shopping to do.
Well, thank goodness for online shopping.
That's true.
Right.
That is true.
Although we're starting to get in that window where you don't order things before too long, so
you won't get them. Yeah.
You won't get them. But anyway, in light of the holiday season, Jamie and I have done these a few times in the past. This is blind barrels. If they send this nice little box. I think I can show it here a little bit. You can see these little bottles come in, and they're blind. We don't know what they are. We have no idea. This one is called Legends of the Fall. I'm not going to read the whole story here, but if you're looking for a gift for that whiskey connoisseur in your life, this is something that they might enjoy, I think.
Yeah, and this could be anything. This could be bourbons, whiskey,
scotch.
Yeah.
I mean, anything under the whiskey umbrella,
Irish
which covers
whiskey.
a lot.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes I don't think it's that hard to shop for a whiskey lover like Jamie or myself.
Yeah.
But if you want to find something that's a little bit unique, consider getting a blind barrel. It kind of be a cool little thing. So, this is the fourth time we're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to renew my subscription personally. It's been a fun experience.
Oh yeah, it's something new every time.
And we never know what we're drinking.
No.
And this is called, again, this one's Legends of the Fall. So the name never gives it away either. So A, B, C, D, we'll drink each of them. We'll talk about them a little bit, and then we'll reveal what they are.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
Kind of light in color.
Yeah.
They're all pretty similar, though.
They are. I mean, so there's nothing of high age here, I wouldn't think.
I feel like my nose is better tuned to single malts lately, though, because I think the last couple times we did these, they threw in a couple single malts.
Now, this, to me, has a pretty sweet nose on it.
It does.
Almost like a butterscotch, a light butterscotch. Like a Werther's Original that you've kind of had for a while. But
I guess some grain notes on it a little bit too. Probably some. I'm gonna say corn notes.
Yeah,
maybe some barley. I'm not sure.
Yeah, see what this has.
All right, let's go in. I'm gonna say not a bourbon.
It's not bourbon. I'd be very surprised.
Drink's proofy too.
Proofy up front. Then it was gone, and there's almost there's something there that
I'm getting some sweetness. I say it's not a bourbon, but that sweetness is almost like a sweet corn a little bit for me.
Yeah, and I get a little bit of a baking spice in that.
Yeah, I can get that. It's kind of hidden in the.
It's hidden deep. You gotta, but nothing really lingers, and to me, nothing gets really past about the mid palate, and there's
no.
Then it's gone. It's just so. Like I said, I would assume it's young, but I've been surprised before.
I have been surprised as well.
But it's a very smooth, kind of mellow type of drink. There's nothing really harsh on it.
All right. So what kind of variety do you think this is in the whiskey world? I say it's not rye. I say it's not bourbon.
No. It could be a real young, weak Canadian whiskey.
Maybe.
I mean, it's just.
I wouldn't put it past it being an Irish either.
It could be an Irish, yeah.
And I don't even, in fairness, I don't even know if blind barrels, if they're limited to U.S. or not. So I'm going to go out. You're thinking Canadian. I'm thinking it might be Irish, but I guess
Or
we'll find out.
that light whiskey that more and more people are coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
with. I mean,
Not the single balls, but
right.
the light. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. There's a lot of kind of exciting things happening, I think, in the whiskey world. A lot of some good, some bad. I mean, it's definitely a varying, I can't speak, a variation. It seems to me of the bourbon of its popularity. There's kind of offshoots of it. A lot of these newer whiskeys, American whiskeys, seem to be sort of mimicking or maybe riding on the coattails of the bourbon ride.
Experiments going on out there.
There are. We got some too. So
yeah, that's right.
All right, I'm moving on to B here. Yeah. So I mean, I like it.
Oh,
it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I'd be surprised if you came.
See, now I get vanilla ice cream now that it sits there.
Yeah, there's a vanilla in it.
All right, moving on to B.
There's a little more ethanol in the nose on this.
Oh, there's a lot more ethanol for me. It's very grain forward.
Very, very. Yeah, I would. This could be a bourbon.
I would say
just because of the high amount of corn that you're getting out of this.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting some other things in there too. Maybe a little bit of rice spice. Maybe some barley.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a lot of classic bourbon notes on the nose for me. All right, let's do it. I feel like I've had this before.
Well, that was interesting. It felt more heat on the back end than the front end.
Yeah, it
kind of lingers there in the back of your throat.
I would say this is again probably a little bit north of or high, a little bit higher on the proof is my estimate here. Yeah. I'm guessing it's probably in the 110ish. I don't know. I guess we should write these guesses down. But what else? There's a little bit of butteriness to it. There's something a little bitter in there, though.
That's what I was thinking.
Bitter, almost like if. Almost salty.
Yeah. Like a salty dough.
Like you get a salted pretzel.
Yeah.
But they put way too much salt on it.
Yeah. Because it kind of leaves your mouth dry.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking for maybe that's their hook.
Maybe.
You keep drinking this because you're thirsty. But it does. It has like to me, it's just like a doughy, salty dough that you cook with, and then it's been just you don't get that deep of a saltiness drink. I don't very much.
No, not really. I don't know. I'm gonna guess that's probably a bourbon, but I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be a young one.
Yeah, that one's all right. Moving on to C.
Okay. Now I get some fruit in that.
Like a strawberry?
It's a berry.
Maybe a raspberry.
I was going to say a raspberry is kind of where I was at. Like those big red raspberries that you get. But that's the prominent for me. I mean, the sweetness is there, but I think it's fruit generated.
Yeah, it's totally fruit. Fruit forward.
Yeah.
A little ethanol on the nose here. I mean, they all seem to be drinking about the same proof so far.
They do.
Oh, licorice.
Like
straight licorice.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of licorice.
I'm not either. And there's heat on this one.
Yeah. Yes, there is.
There's heat.
Pepper. It's like
the pepper's there now.
It's like cayenne pepper.
Yeah, it's a spicy pepper. This is a spicy.
It's very spicy.
Whatever this is spicy. But you get a strong licorice right off the front, and then as it goes back, you get a deep pepper. And if you told me there was a spicy pepper in it, a jalapeno or something like that, I'd believe you. I mean, it does. It kind of hits the back of your throat, and
my least favorite so far.
yeah, because that one's kind of challenging.
I mean, when it hits me off I like Star of Anise, which has that licorice taste to it. I can go for that a little bit, but that was straight up like black licorice.
It was.
And I just really don't.
Licorice, yeah.
I just really don't like black licorice. So, all right. Last one, D.
That has more of a sweeter nose.
Yeah, it's a lot sweeter.
A lot sweeter.
It's so weird. This just had berry on it, though.
So the nose and the palate do not match.
I'm hunting for something though.
That's
Jamie.
what I'm doing. I'm
not really finding too much.
Yeah. To me, it just has a weak, doughy nose to it.
It's almost like not quite like a pancake batter.
Right.
But it's something that's going to be maybe more of a batter for like French toast.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sweeter, a little bit eggier, I think.
Yeah, the eggy.
There's a little bit
floury.
Yeah.
It's definitely unique.
All right, here we go.
It has pepper on it.
Does not like the last one.
No. This is tolerable. And oddly, pepper may be the most prominent thing there.
Yeah,
which is kind of tells you the age of this probably, because you're not getting a lot of notes that you pull out of the char. You're not getting
it's
much earthiness, or there's not a fruit, there's not a caramel, there's nothing that kind of jumps out at you. That
I mean, to your point a moment ago, it's almost as if somebody made a whiskey out of like jalapenos.
Yeah.
But this one's not like this is like. Like when you go to the movies and you get the nachos with the little jalapeno slices.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I'm not super hot.
Yeah, they're more pickled than fresh.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I have no idea what any of these things are.
No. These are, and there's enough variation. I'd be surprised if all of them are one thing. I mean, they're very odd and peculiar.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So ready to do the moment of reveal? Let's scan that first one here and see what we got. All right. Release 11. Yes, I'm 21. Release 11. Do you think that's very effective?
No.
It's like, come on, man. I mean, I get why it's there, but Legends of the Fall from Blind Barrels. So sample A is Vermont Spirits Distilling Company in Cucci, Vermont. Number 14, bourbon whiskey finished with pure Vermont maple syrup.
Well, I would say Bear Wallow wins that contest of the maple syrup.
Proof on that was 90. It's actually 4.5 years old.
That's surprising.
Mash has 80 corn, 10 rye, 10 malted barley.
So the maple syrup. So I wonder if are they finishing with maple syrup, or are they finishing in maple syrup barrels?
Finished with pure maple
syrup.
So
I think that's what's changing the color of this.
Yeah, so they're adding syrup in there.
Yeah.
I could see that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if we can get to. I was probably there and I didn't know how to go back. All right, let's look at sample B here. This is
Looks like some grandpa made it.
Kings County Distillery, Brooklyn, New York, straight bourbon whiskey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
90 proof. I would have thought that was way hotter. Age 4 to 6 years old. We're way off here.
That surprised me a little bit.
Mash is 80% New York grown organic corn, 20% Golden Promise malted barley. So I think I'd kind of.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
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 Orange marmalade. Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can. We don't have to scan. I figured out how to go back now. And then letter C is the Badwater Brands out of Los Angeles. The distillery is R6 Distillery. It's called the Stock Exchange Club of Los Angeles Private Reserve Straight Rye Whiskey. I would not have thought that was rye.
No, I would not have.
Proof 117.8.
It's hot.
Age 5 years. Mash 77 rye, 20 pink corn.
And 3
Okay,
blue corn.
3 blue corn.
Interesting.
See, it doesn't even say anything about black licorice on there at all.
No, but it does talk about ice cream.
It does talk about ice cream. All right.
That is interesting.
And then last is D. This is Art of Alchemy from Bardstown. Okay, so bourbon capital. And this is the Art of Alchemy blend of straight whiskeys number 2. It says this comes from whiskeys from 3 states. Includes rye distilled by legendary master distiller Jim Rutledge, formerly from Four Roses, as well as a 9-year bourbon from Ivy Mountain Distillery. Don't know what that is. No. Proof is 110. Age statement, it's a blend of 4, 9, and 10-year-old whiskeys. It's got 23 barrels of 4-year Kentucky rye. It's got 9 barrels of 9-year Georgia bourbon and 4 barrels of 10-year Tennessee. All right. And the total blend is 65 rye, 35 bourbon.
That's a lot of barrels.
It's a lot of barrels, and there's a lot of details on this one, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. Like I said at the beginning, I mean, I saw this a while back and thought, it's worth kind of diving into this and exploring. Kind of gives us an opportunity to do blind tasting.
I haven't heard any of these before.
No, I don't. I don't know that of the 4 different
boxes.
Yeah. I don't remember if we heard of any of them.
Nope, I agree.
But anyway, any other thoughts before we wrap this one?
No, I do enjoy these. There's something new that we would never have tried on our own.
Yeah.
There's some odd offerings today.
There are some odd ones. And the cool thing is when you do try them, I mean, they do have bottles available for purchase at Blind Barrel. So if there's something that you get to try and you're like, oh, wow, that was really cool. It was really, I mean, the commitment for a little kit, it's not crazy. And you get to try a small bottle before making the big commitment. So you might find something.
And the rye that we had in here, I would not have guessed it was rye. It was hotter than normal rye in an odd way. I mean, I would have guessed, like I said, you distilled with something, some type of jalapeno pepper, habanero, something that gave it more heat than a typical rye.
Absolutely.
This is just not standard.
Absolutely. So anyway, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, you want a gift for that whiskey connoisseur in your life. Consider something like this, an easy thing to pick up. Go to blindbarrels.com.